Hi guys and welcome to the State of Crypto, your one-stop source for all crypto-related news. I'm your host Martin, and this is episode 63. A new stablecoin funded by XRP. Ethereum fees fall, and do you believe in crypto? Again, happy Thursday night. Again, if you're here joining us, it's almost a weekend, so happy Thursday night. I hope you're having a great time. If you are catching this stream live, welcome. And if you are catching the replay and have any suggestions for us, please leave us a comment below. We really want to know what you are thinking. Now, if you want to be up to date with the latest crypto related news, make sure you subscribe, you hit that like button and that bell so you're notified when we go live. We are live every night at 9 p.m. Central. So again, and if you want to keep on chatting with us once the stream is done, you can join us on the Discord. The link is in the description. So let's get on to the news, right? Now, this article I'm gonna basically read as is, because I do believe it's interesting and they do make very good points. Now, it starts with this, right? I often hear people outside of the blockchain industry say, "I don't believe in cryptocurrency, but I believe in blockchain." Now, with Facebook recently unveiling the proposal for Libra, it is a phrase that is becoming more common by the day and more frustrating. While blockchain and not crypto may sound like a reasonable point of view at first blush, the reality is that it misses the point of blockchain and crypto entirely. That is because cryptocurrency is nothing more than units of value within a blockchain network. Now, the two are different, but they work hand in hand. This can be a difficult concept to grasp for many people today, partly because it's new for the economics of a technology to be embedded into the technology itself. But once you begin to understand how cryptocurrency works and what becomes possible with this new world, the unique and powerful relationship between the blockchain and cryptocurrency becomes clear. Now, at its highest level, cryptocurrency is a digital representation of the value being transferred between users of a blockchain network. With Bitcoin, for instance, which is one often referred as digital gold, the currency of the network is Bitcoin, which represents money. By building monetary value into the core of the technology, cryptocurrencies turns blockchain computers into digital economies unto themselves, creating a way to completely sidestep the legacy financial system, right? Now, for the billions of people around the world who cannot access a bank account or obtain a government-issued ID, the rise of blockchain and cryptocurrency means that they can now participate in the digital economy. These new computer networks are giving people unprecedented access to credit, financial products, and spending power for both physical and digital goods in a borderless and permissionless fashion. The article goes on to say that not all cryptocurrencies are the same, and generally speaking, there are four main types of cryptocurrency today: non-fungible tokens, security tokens, utility tokens, and stable coins. Right? Sorry about that. I still have a not completely out of being sick. Anyways, let's go look at the market and see what's going on. So what happened, right? Yesterday, we lost money on the market, right? Flowing out of the crypto space. 1.72% down right now, going down 1.12%. Yesterday, closing at 211.7 billion. Right now, sitting at 209.55 billion. And still going down. Now, Bitcoin. What happened with Bitcoin? Well, yesterday gained dominance, right? A little bit, 0.14%. Right now, it's losing dominance, 0.30%. Yesterday, from an opening of 69.85, closing at 69.95. And right now, basically sitting at 69.75. Let's go on to the Bitcoin article, right? Sorry about that. 1 second. Benny sent me something that is similar to this on Twitter. I didn't go into that one article in particular, but I found this one that says Hong Kong is in the midst of political crisis, and it's not only changing the way citizens of Hong Kong view the Chinese government, but also the way locals view the economy, right? At the same time, locals' interest in Bitcoin has reached unprecedented levels, which may be a sign that residents are turning to Bitcoin as a potential alternative to their traditional financial system and banks, which it's very interesting. Now, according to data from CoinDance, Bitcoin trading in Hong Kong reached all-time highs this week when measured in a Hong Kong dollars. Now, during last week, more than 12,294,7 96 Hong Kong dollars, or about $1.5 million worth of Bitcoin was exchanged in Hong Kong, surpassing the record of 11,666,176 Hong Kong dollars in late January 2018. Now, the total of 173 Bitcoins were exchanged throughout the week, which is a high not seen since April 2017, when traders moved 196 Bitcoins in 1 week, right? That is in Hong Kong. Now, 2 weeks ago, Hong Kong protesters rallied their countrymen to take their money out of local banks as a way of rebelling against the dominance exercised by the Chinese government throughout their economy. If the Bitcoin trading trend in Hong Kong continues, it will be worth watching how the region develops as a reference point for crypto trading and international commerce. Now, I do believe that this is interesting, that people are trying to get into crypto as a manifestation or a protest against their government, right? Because it is kind of like a statement that we don't want you, right? Like, we don't want you, we don't want your currency or your banking or your institutions. And imagine if all of Hong Kong just went on to crypto, right? Then you would be, what control can China have over them, right? Their expenses, yeah, they can cut off the electricity, they can cut off the water, they won't be able to pay it unless they use Hong Kong dollars. They can set certain regulations. But again, at some point in time, people are just going to say, you know what, we don't care. And then they're just going to start running with what they can do with crypto, right? Purchasing goods, purchasing ways to make energy, different stuff that, being independent from government oppression. And I believe that is what is very powerful about this article, right? That people are seeking that independence, and they're manifesting by taking... If the government controls the money, then they control you, right? And they're saying, like, you don't control me, so therefore you're not going to control my money, right? So that's what going to crypto is kind of doing here. So yeah, I believe it's an interesting article, right? Now, I did find this article as well that is off in so many ways, right? It says why Bitcoin dominance matters. It says when Bitcoin dominance is increasing, it means the market is looking at Bitcoin. When Bitcoin dominance decreases, the market is favoring altcoins over Bitcoin, and that is BS. We have seen this, right? We've seen it. Market tanked. Some alts gained dominance, but they weren't making positive price action. They were losing. They were just getting dominance, meaning more money was flowing out of Bitcoin than it was of the alts, but the money was still flowing out of the alts, just in a slower rate. But the price of both were going down, so they're not related, right? It just does not mean that the market is favoring alts at all. Sometimes it does, but not always, and they're just making it here like, it is a fact, and it's not. Now, just wanted to make that clear. Now, the article does also go on to state that during the move from 3,000 to 13,900, Bitcoin and major altcoins surged in price, nearly 2 to 3 times. Yes, some of them did. However, Bitcoin dominance was rising during the period, which means Bitcoin saw the best gains 4 times. Again, that is BS. The best gains were seen by Binance. We talked about that. Binance went almost 9 point something, right? Almost 10 times gains. So this article is BS. Be careful when you read stuff. Do analyze it. Use your noodle, and then see where that goes, right? But do not let articles think for you. Do some critical thinking when you are reading the news, right? Anyways, let's go on to the market, see what's going on. Right now, yesterday negative day, right? Right now negative day as well. Yesterday losing 2.12%. Right now losing 1%. Sitting at 8,124. Now, remember, today just started 2 hours ago. So, what is happening? Well, we are sitting at that 50% line right now, using it as some sort of support. I'm not sure if it's going to hold, to be honest. Let's look at the chart that we always look at, right? What is happening? Well, same thing, right? We are holding this midline of the channel, which represents that downtrend. Hey, Benny, how's it going, man? Thank you for being here, brother. Appreciate it. Now, we're sitting below at 20 MA, right? Yesterday, I was talking, we were up here, somewhere up here, right? I think so. Oh, no, wait, this is the daily. I have to look at that 1 hour. It's something similar happened, though. We'll talk about that when I get there. That negative momentum still decreasing, which is good. However, if this keeps on dropping, we might get more negative momentum developing, right? We are sitting at over sold again on the RSI, sitting at 28.63. look at this, guys. I did make that line a little bit thicker, right? Because I want it to be easier to be seen by you guys. Do let me know if that does make a difference in the video. And I'll also try to make these lines a little bit more visible. I'll adjust them right now. Oh, snap. I didn't want to do that. What did I do? Yeah, not that. There we go. I wanted to hit this. Sorry about that, guys. I will try to make these lines a little bit thicker, just so they're a little bit easier to see. I don't want them to be too aggressive, but definitely visible, right? Then this one also plays here, I guess, and then I'll say okay. Right, you might be able to see them a little bit more, right? Bitcoin down, yeah. Hi, hey, Free TV Addict, how's it going, man? Thank you for showing up. Yeah, Bitcoin down. We talked about that yesterday, right? We did say we were looking weak and that we might actually go down and maybe touch that mid part of the channel as support. And we are holding it right now. I'm waiting for this to develop into like more bullish divergence, right? I actually did post it on the Discord. I went on Discord earlier today at 9:53 a.m. and I was saying could be developing bullish divergence, right? And that's a picture. This candle had not closed. I was looking at the market. I was letting you guys know that we were developing on the histogram. Again, if you're not on the Discord, you should join it, right? I do post stuff there, sometimes on Twitter, sometimes on Instagram. But if you want to keep up to date with what is going on when we are off the stream, and if I have time during work, then I would definitely post something there, right, as things develop. Anyways, sitting low on the other side at over sold again. Again, this could give us this combined with a lower low on the daily, on the hour, or whatever we end up doing, will definitely help us make bullish divergence that will see price action to the upside, right? Anonymous user, Bitcoin propaganda, Red October or Oktoberfest. Choice is yours. Okay, I'll pick Oktoberfest, I guess. But actually, Oktoberfest happens in September in Germany, so yeah. Anyways, what is going on here? Well, like I said, sitting below at 20 MA. Trying to figure out what is happening, right? Like I said, bouncing off that 50 line, I would expect us to kind of break below this channel, right? Make a similar low or a lower low with less negative momentum, create that bullish divergence and pump to the upside. I believe that is something that could happen, right? And it would make sense because this is very weak what we have been doing, right? We have not been able to recover properly. We are facing a lot of resistance around that 8,437 area. You know, going down, creating that bullish divergence potentially might see us prop to the upside a little bit stronger, right? And I would definitely want to see that happening. 1 second, guys. Sorry, I had to cough a little bit. Like I said, I'm not 100% there yet, so. But still here, right? Anyways, what is going on with the 4 hours? We are sitting below that 20 MA, contracting on the Bollinger Bands. Again, we should expect a movement soon. Stuff developing here, right? Well, we are making lower highs, and we are actually dropping positive momentum, so we are going with the market. Nothing there to do but watch and see, wait and see, basically. Stuff going on here on the more micro term, right? Lower low, so less on the RSI, nothing there as well. Right now, like I said, we could go a little bit lower and maybe make the same amount of negative relative strength. Create some bullish divergence to prop to the upside a little bit. That could potentially happen. Right now on the RSI, man, I made that line thicker, and now it makes it really hard to see. But we are still making negative momentum. Again, sometimes I don't like having the lines there, right? If I do this, it's gonna hide the whole thing. So again, yeah, making negative momentum still. I usually don't like the Hagen as she candles. But I'm going to look at them real quick because yesterday I kind of placed them here so you could see, right? And we were like somewhere around this area. It looked like we were going to have a trend shift, but we kept on with that that decreasing trend. So again, let's wait and see what actually happens here, right? I do believe we're going to go down a little bit more because I'm not seeing anything on the 4 hours that's going to give us strength to pop up right now. Anyways, let's go into the 1 hour. What is happening on the 1 hour? Like I said, bouncing off that mid line of the channel, using it as support, sitting below that 20 MA. We kind of went above it, but we were too weak. We kind of reversed it on the next candle. Again, still making negative momentum, right? At almost this same low. This is what I wanted for us to drop lower, right? Because if we drop lower, right? We are going to make some more bearish divergence because we're not going to get really far with this negative momentum. So again, we might end up going somewhere like from here to here, maybe, right? Somewhere around this area. If we drop like maybe to this level, and that could see us pop to the upside, right? We might also see that here on the other side. Look at where we were at this low, right? We're almost hitting 31, right, on the RSI. Look at where we're at right now, and we're almost at that same price level. So again, we're sitting at 40. So if we go low, depending on how low we go, this will probably like end up being somewhere around here. Again, we might end up doing something like this and creating that bearish divergence, right? I would expect for us to do something like this, man. I mean, if I use the wicks, we are not making bearish divergence, right? This wick, I believe it's still lower than the other wick. This low would be 8,059, and this one would be 8,053. It's slightly lower, man. I mean, I usually, when the market's like this, I don't want to go with wicks. They're more or less at the same price. Again, I would expect to see a red candle somewhere around here. It could be that we developed that divergence with the wicks and we're bouncing off it. However, like I said, I wanted to see it with a candle, right? Because if I want to go body to body, then you're going to see that we're actually higher, right? So, again, it wouldn't be developing, right? John Juan Smith, IEO. Bitcoin gonna dump. Yes, I do believe it might go down a little bit. And that's what we are talking about. Thank you for being here, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for commenting. Again, guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. We're live every night, and we do this because we're really interested in what happens in the crypto space for sure. We are holding some cryptos. Not holding that much Bitcoin right now, but, we do analyze all the coins. Oh, excellent, man. Thanks for subscribing, man. I appreciate it. We do analyze the whole coins the same way, right? Even though I do like coins more than other coins, I'm not gonna say which ones. I do try to keep it very balanced on the stream, and basically, try to be as balanced as possible. So I'm not gonna be like just pro XRP, pro Bitcoin, pro Ethereum. You know, I'm gonna analyze all of them with the same intent, and yeah, you guys make your choice. You know, I don't want to be pro one crypto against another. Everyone has preferences, and that's fine. I'm okay with that, right? Anyways, anonymous user, shatter, similar pattern, play. I'm not sure what you're typing, bro. That is completely weird. What are the odds? July 19, October. Dude, anonymous user, if you can't type properly, it would make it a little bit better. I'm not sure what you're saying, right? If I'm in a Twitter post from a Sith Lord. Oh, awesome, man. Yeah, thanks, Sith Lord, for promoting my show, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, so anyways, let me keep on going with this, right? We could develop some sort of divergence. I want to see, we're starting to make a red candle right now, but this still has 39 minutes to go. It's a very young candle. So again, still has a while to go, right? 1/3 of the way, so basically it has 2/3 to burn. Again, like I said, even if we keep on going and bouncing off this, at some point in time, this line is down sloping, so we're gonna make another low, right? Yeah, it might dump, man, for sure. I do believe we're gonna go down. Look, we've talked about this before. I know you haven't been on the stream, but I'll show you what we've said in prior streams, right? We broke out of this triangle structure. Everyone was looking at this structure. From high to low, our measure moves, right, is this green line I put here. It does set us around that 4,646 area, right? I'm not sure we're gonna get that low. We do have other areas of support on the way down, but at least we could go halfway on that candle, which would be around 6,500 to 7,000 area, right? And looking at this differently, right, we are out of that triangle. That's fine. It was a large pattern. If we're to hit measure move and we were considering a valid triangle, then we should get somewhere over 50% of this measure move. Now, another way of looking at it right now, because we haven't made another low, is, look, man, this could potentially be a falling wedge, right? This green line and this green line. And that would be a bullish sign. So it could potentially mean price action to the upside. However, that is just like we can keep on going down on the retracements, right? Hit that 618, which we have not hit yet. That would be at 7,225. Would still be within the same structure, right? We could like go down right now and even dump and touch, and it would be somewhere around here. So again, we could go down still within the structure, right? It's gonna take time for this to go down. It took like almost 3 months for this triangle to develop. we're not gonna dump in one day that hard, right? We're gonna find areas of support, and in case we're gonna pump to the upside and break these to the upside, these would be areas of accumulation, right? So again, right now what I'm seeing is indecision going on, right? Downside, upside, kind of undoing the same moves that we did. But I do believe that we might go down a little bit more, create some bullish divergence, pop to the upside again, and then if we fail to make a higher high, basically get above this 8,400 level, we are being too weak, man. If we fail to get above it again, that's not a good sign, man, and we might actually dump a lot more, right? So again, right now we're just kind of chilling. We had a large move, right, from that pattern. Wait for this to go on, right? Possible to scale past dump of December 2018. This current dump, similar pattern. Kinda. Look, people are talking about this, right? 2018 would be around here, right? For 2018 around here. So yeah, this dump. Some people were talking about this pattern, right? Like the parabolic move, triangle. Then we kind of broke to the downside, right? We consolidated. Then we hit that parabolic move again, making another triangle, right? Now we kind of dumped again, right? So it could be similar. We could consolidate, right? And then try to run again. Just because it happens once, it doesn't mean it's going to happen again, right? Just keep that in mind as well. We have to watch out and look for things that are developing. Right now, on the daily, we have not developed any bullish divergence, right? Or any bearish divergence, right? Because all we've done since this move to the downside is just this negative momentum. So again, on the daily, it's very slow. We need to develop something. What I would expect for this to happen is, like I said, come a little bit low, right? Maybe at this level of 8,028, which we have used that support. Maybe we touched it again, right? Like with a candle close there. And then we would be making like slant divergence, right? Slant bullish divergence on the with the price action against the MACD, and also with the RSI, we might not go that low, right? So again, creating that divergence could potentially prop this to the upside. How high? I'm not sure yet, because we're not within a pattern, right? We just broke out of a pattern. We have not made a new pattern. So again, if we prop to the upside, we might touch this 236, which would be 8,493. We do know from this chart that we have some resistance around that area. If we burst through this, then we would have some sort of resistance around 8,983, and then above that, next area of resistance would be around 9,900, right? So, and then to the downside, we've talked about it as well, right? We talked about where we could go. If we break to the downside, not a lot of room to go, except like maybe, is it in this chart? No, it's in this chart then. Yes. 5,000, right? We should be hitting 7,500s, and then after that, we could go and dump all the way to 5,600s, and then from there, of course, where we were at before the rise. Maybe, yeah, this is the last support, right? Then we could probably dump around this area. So $3,000 after that. So again, could it happen? Yes, but right now we don't know, because we're seeing indecision, right? This could very well be reversed if this was to be a falling wedge. So again, just being careful right now with our positions, with our trades. Right now, the market's not really doing a lot. Like I said, we did call this, we called this divergence earlier today, right? We said price action to the upside, and right after I called it at 9, we did get these bars going up. So again, if you were taking positions, right, this was at 9:53 in the morning. That's the chart. I was calling that divergence, right? So again, we are seeing that price action to the upside. Right now, this is lower than this. So again, we're just going with the market. But this small momentum that we're making right now, being so close to this same price level, leads me to believe that if we get to this point, right, that mid part of the channel and close around there, a candle, this is not gonna go this high for sure, and we are gonna make some bullish divergence that we'll see price action to the upside. Now, like I said, I'm not sure how strong that's gonna be, but it's gonna be the second bullish divergence that we develop, right? So it might have a little bit more strength, maybe come and touch this 8,400 and retest it, right? Stuff that could happen as well. This mid part of the channel maybe doesn't hold anymore, and we break below it. If we break below it, then it's fair game until that 7,500 area, right? We might see some support around here, right? Like the 7,900, like 8,000 being psychological support. You know, but certainly some support, maybe around 7,700. And if we don't get that support, we will definitely come back here and touch that 7,500 area. That's what I'm seeing right now with Bitcoin. Now, this stream moves a little bit different than everyone else's. Some people do the news and they do the analysis. I do a news for a coin, then I do analysis for a coin, and then I move to the next news and then next analysis, right? So again, I'm gonna move on to Ethereum, and then at the end of the stream, if you guys want, we can come back and touch on Bitcoin if you want to talk more about that, or we can talk about something else. Now on to Ethereum. What is happening on Ethereum, right? I found this article, right? Ethereum scaling wars east after Fairwind's alleged Ponzi scheme disappears, and it more or less in that same. After Ponzi collapses, Ethereum fees fall under 1 cent again, which is pretty good, right? We were talking about the Ethereum network being clogged up, you know, Vitalik Buterin coming out and saying, you know, a lot of people blaming it on Tether, which was certainly giving it a lot of use, but since Fairwind left, or people took their money out of Fairwind, it liberated a lot of stress out of the network. Now, it got to the point last month where fees that Ethereum users were paying to use the network were higher than those of Bitcoin, right? In fact, on September the 22nd, the average standard transfer for Ethereum cost some like 0.045 cents to around 0.064, while Bitcoin's recommended next hour confirmation fee was just 0.03 cents. So again, it was a little bit higher, almost double than that of Bitcoin. And we were talking about that Ethereum was certainly seeing even overall trade fees being higher throughout the day, right? Like the complete traded volume in the days were like higher than Bitcoin, at least for one day it was. Now, many attribute this to the tether, right? Like we were saying, but like since Fairwind moved, like Fairwind was like 50% of consuming 50% of Ethereum's fuel, right? So again, crypto analytics, Etherscan reports that aggregate fees paid by Ethereum users dropped from 1,627 Ethereum last week to 500 just Tuesday, right? And that network utilization has collapsed from a near record of 95% of the network to just 81%. Again, that is removing a lot of stress from the network. The more full it is, the more it operates at full capacity, the slower it becomes, more sluggish, more expensive. So again, it's good that this is falling down, right? A little bit. Now, that average price of gas has fallen by at least 50% since last week, like I said. So again, this, like I said, eases pressure of Ethereum. Now, those are the only articles I have for Ethereum. I'm going to go look at the Ethereum charts real quick, and then we'll move on to the next, right? Which would be Ripple. Again, on the daily. What is happening with Ethereum dominance, right? Yesterday, seeing a red day, 1.37% down. Right now, seeing a green day, 0.31% up. Sitting at 8.96% of market cap right now. Anyways, where is Ethereum? Ethereum is sitting at $173.51. We are breaking below this mid part of the channel, right? Sitting below at 20 MA with volatility extremely open on the Bollinger Bands. Still, on the daily, we have not seen those Bollinger Bands contracting, right? Yeah, it's slightly down right now in these 2 hours that they just started, right? Still making negative momentum, right? We are not making any divergence yet. This is higher than this. So again, until we get this to this low point, maybe around somewhere around here, 165 would make sense. Stop here, make divergence, pump to the upside, right? We had this movement to the downside. Right now, I'm gonna do a shift. This already played out. We called it. It was a bull flag, price action to the upside. We did get it. You know, this nice movement. I'm gonna like now shift this into a much larger pattern, right? We already got that, so no point in keeping it there. It just makes this cluttered, and I do want to move this here, and I want to see how it checks out when we move on to smaller time frames. Now, we are sitting neutral on the RSI at 43, a little bit low, right? Like, heading towards that sold area, but not yet sold. 1 second. Really trying not to cough on the stream and trying to turn off the mic real quick. Anyways, stuff that I'm seeing when we move to smaller scales, right? On the 4 hour. Right here, we're making positive momentum again. This is lower than this, so again, nothing there. But if we get, even if we get here, right, we would be making a negative momentum, and here we would have positive momentum. So we kind of would be going with the market, right? A little bit, we could say that we are making hidden bullish divergence, right? If you want to call that right now, it'll be from here to here, right? Going up, and then here you will be going same spot but to the bottom, right? And that you could call that hidden bullish divergence if you want. I just want to wait and see if we make a lower low, because I believe this is going to follow whatever Bitcoin does, right? And that's usually what happens. Bitcoin went down, this went down. Bitcoin recovered a little bit, they recovered a little bit. So right now, everyone's following Bitcoin. That's why we spend so much more time on Bitcoin than this. Anyways, on the RSI sitting at 45.73 again. That would make us sit on basically a neutral zone. So nothing to worry there on the 4 hour, right? Not developing anything that we can call right now. But if you wanted to do this on the RSI as well, you would certainly be going from around here to here, right? So again, you'll be congruent, right? This is going up and this is going up, so you're not making divergence on the RSI, right? I just want to point it out. Anyways, let's go into the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, sitting below that 20 MA, facing rejection, right, at like 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. my time, Central. So just, translate that to whatever time frame you're looking at. So -5 UTC. Anyway, sitting at 42.44 on the RSI, which puts us on that neutral zone. Starting to make positive momentum, right? Slightly, very, very low. Yeah, this is not necessarily the best looking, but, certainly are making it. This was at, still positive, these two, but unseen. Stuff that happened here, right? From this point to this point, we're actually going lower, right? And here we're also going lower. Again, we are just being congruent with the market right now. We're not doing anything that would say, man, this is going to pump to the upside real quick, right? So again, this is just following whatever Bitcoin did, right? You hope it stays sideways or up. Alts follow. Yeah, alts will follow for sure. Right now, all eyes on Bitcoin, right? That's the most important coin that we can look at right now, because it is basically bloody good trade now. Yeah. Hey, Crypto Keeper Trader, how's it going, man? Right now, like I said, Bitcoin, we have to wait for that to develop. This still higher, making less... like I said, man, this is very tiny momentum. So again, we're making positive momo. I want for this to come a little bit lower, right? Same low or something like that. Maybe we can create some kind of bullish divergence to pump to the upside, right? You're here. Ethereum is sexy. Yeah, man. Sorry, I didn't see your first post, Crypto Keeper. Yeah, Ethereum is looking good right now, right? I would expect this to go a little bit low. Like I said, it would similarly reflect what's going on with Bitcoin, right? Make that bullish divergence, pump to the upside. That would be the best case scenario, right? Like, it would be from, if we're going to consider this from the body, right? So from this body to wherever we drop, right? We are very close in that price to where it can technically develop. And same thing will happen here, right? We'll be hitting like that oversold to whatever we go here. It's probably not going to be very deep. And that would certainly give us some strength to run to the upside. Maybe breaking this midline again. Trying to break above that, like, 20 MA, which has been strong resistance, right? We have been unable to break it since 2 in the morning or 1 in the morning when we broke below it, and we have been struggling. So again, let's see if Bitcoin wants to play ball with everyone else, right? You're from Crypto Yeti in a crate. I traded bloody tampons for crypto. Okay, that's pretty good, man. That's interesting. Where do you trade those? That would be a fair question, man. And why were they bloody? Or is that just a matter, like a way of speech, right? Just let me know, though. I'm curious. Characters? Yeah. Anyways, what is going on, right? Like, that's it for Ethereum, dude. Not much going on in Ethereum. Let's go on to Ripple, and then we'll move on to Ripple analysis, right? Like, what is happening with Ripple on the news, man? Well, in a blog post outlining ways to improve the XRP ledger, like David Schwartz, the CTO of Ripple. You're from England. Awesome, man. That's pretty cool, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in, man. I do know that you guys love crypto, man. Thank you for tuning in, bro. I really appreciate it. I didn't know I had people in England that were following me, man. Just out of curiosity, how did you hear about us, you know? And I'll keep on doing this real quick. Now, that's the Chief Technology Officer. He has proposed the creation of a stablecoin that is collateralized with XRP crypto. Now, yeah, let me change this track, man. I don't like this one. It's a little bit slow. Is this better? Yeah, this might be a little bit better. I'm not sure. Hey, Sid Guy on Twitter. Yeah, a lot of people are following that Sid Guy on Twitter, man. That's pretty cool, man. I have to go and thank that Sid Guy again for posting the links. Now, typically stablecoins involve... if you don't know what a stablecoin is, because I do this show for people that have no knowledge of crypto, right? So again, I do know some of you guys do know what stablecoins are, but if you don't know what a stablecoin is a crypto that whose price is linked to a fiat currency. It's basically pegged to a fiat currency. There's two ways you can do it. You can hold the same amount of value of crypto to that fiat, right? Or you can actually hold that fiat in reserve to back up your stablecoin. Anyways, stablecoins involve a party looking after a huge supply of the fiat currency, like I said, which is used to give the value and stability to a cryptocurrency by allowing anyone to cash out at any point in time. But instead of tying things to a stablecoin, Ripple wants to basically do it the other way that we're talking, right? Ripple wants to back it with the equivalent amount of value in XRP, right? This creates another problem. At this point, a stablecoin is a gamble. Yeah, sometimes they are, and I'll tell you why in a second, because this article kind of touches on that. But I'll tell you why now. Schwartz noted that the scheme isn't perfectly decentralized, stating that some organizations or federations still must supply the price the asset is pegged to on a continuous basis, or the stablecoin will freeze. Now, another concern with cryptocurrency collateralized stablecoins, right, which is what this is the value of crypto held in reserve that could drop below the value of a stablecoin in circulation. That's not beyond the bounds of possibility given the volatility of the crypto market. Now, yes, why is it a gamble, right? And imagine there's only 4 XRPs, right, in the world. And those 4 XRPs, you have them on your reserve. And they're worth 25 cents each, right? And you want to pay it $2. So that would make sense that those 4 XRPs would be that $1, right? Now, imagine that those 4 drop in value to 20 cents. Then it would be worth 80 cents. But since you don't have any more in your reserve, you're not really pegged to $1, and you cannot really meet that. And that's when you start having problems, right? That's when your stable coin is not worth what it's supposed to be worth. That's why it's best when stable coins are back to fiat and you do hold them on reserve 1-to-1. That is what Binance did with their Binance dollar, right? They do have to have a reserve. So for each one Binance US dollar that you actually put in circulation, you do have to hold $1 US in reserve. So again, that you with those coins, you don't have that much fluctuation and you don't have that problem. So you do have to look at what kind of stable coin you are getting, right? If it's backed by crypto, you might have fluctuations. So just keep that in mind when you try to get out to a stable coin, right? Now I kind of missed this article yesterday. It talks about web monetization in platform Coil, right, which is now apparently supporting XRP payments in real time thanks to a partnership with GateHub. Now, Coil users can use GateHub to receive funds in XRP and convert them to euros, dollars, Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever you want. You're in a YouTube chat from prison. Now, Coil is a platform that provides an alternative method for creators to monetize their content online. As subscribing fans consume content, the platform uses an open API called Web Monetization to stream micropayments to creators instantaneously. Now, on another Ripple article that I just want to touch real quick, man, this article, man, could Ripple be doing massive rebranding while community argues about 1 billion XRP? Guys, I have not heard anyone really complain about that. Everyone knows that Ripple releases that from escrow every month. Again, the only one that's complaining again is Crypto Bitlord, who is a whiny little kid, I guess, that probably got him at a bad position. And he just wants, for some reason, for Ripple to go up so he can probably get out of his position without taking a loss. But, he should be a man and just take a loss. If you don't like Ripple, just get out of it. Stop dissing on it. You don't have to hold a coin that you don't want to have. You can make a lot of money if you trade other stuff, right? And change it to whatever else you want that can pump to the upside, and then just make up your loss trading actually, and stop complaining because you're hodling and you want this to go up. Whatever, man. Anyways, like I said, Crypto Bitlord again coming out saying here we go again, getting sick of this now. Someone else actually going back and telling him, people are sick of you, dude. I'm not even an XRP fan, but your comments are just brain dead, We kind of talked about this guy being really dumb, wanting to fork XRP, then saying, we have to copy whatever's on GitHub, what, man, this guy really gets on my nerves. However, the only thing that I do like is that Crypto BitLord got his account suspended, man. Yeah, thank you, Twitter, man. I appreciate that. That guy really got on my nerves, and I'm glad that his account's no longer in Twitter, where he can like be just like rattling the cage, right? Because he's not really doing anything for Ripple or anything on crypto for that matter. Now look at XRP on the daily for dominance. 1 second, I'm gonna cough again real quick. I'm trying to time that so I can like actually pause this while I cough, man. Yesterday dominance dropping for Ripple, undoing what we did the prior day, almost all of it, right? Losing 0.80% right now, going up 1.95%, which is good, sitting at 5.13% off market cap. Again, the more market cap you hold, the stronger you are to shift with Bitcoin, right? Now, what is going on with Ripple? Yesterday we dropped, right? We hit that mid part of the channel that we were in, rejected higher prices, dropped below support of 25 cents. You know, we had some bearish divergence develop. We called it yesterday. You know, we said we're going to go down with all the coins. If you were here on the stream, we talked about it. We said we're going to go down. On Ripple, I didn't say where we were going to go down to, but I did call it on Bitcoin. And Bitcoin, I did say we're going to go down to this level, and then we're going to go up, right? You'll trade your RAM and noodles for XRP. Yeah, I'll trade a lot of stuff for XRP as well, man. Anyways, we are hitting that bottom part of the channel again. Upsloping channel, right? I'll try to tag this better. Yeah, there we go. Basically rejecting lower prices from that, being supported, right, by this bottom part of the channel. However, we are facing some rejection around that 25-cent mark. So are we going to go higher or not? Well, it depends on whether or not we develop something that is bullish for that to happen, right? Or Bitcoin pumps and takes us with it, right? So again, less negative momentum, that's fine. Sitting neutral on the RSI at 44. Again, not much has happened. On the RSI, it looks more or less neutral. On the price, it's more or less neutral, right? Sitting below at 20 MA. With volatility open on the Bollinger Band. On the 4 hours. On the 4 hours, we are facing rejection right now of the 20 MA. Not very strong. Again, being supported by that channel, which is good. Making less negative momentum. However, we are not making bullish divergence, right? This is 0.0055, and this would be 0.0676, sorry. So again, this is lower than this is lower than this, and certainly lower than this. So again, no bullish divergence right now. It would just seem that we would go with the market, right? That's what this is telling us, right? Even on the RSI, you know, we're going high, lower than this, right? Than their previous high. And that's fine. On the 4 hours, we're not seeing anything here that we can call out. So let's go in a more micro scale. On a more micro scale, what is happening? We are making positive momentum, which is good. Again, on the RSI, we're also going higher, which is good, right? We're not making bearish divergence. XRP dump soon. Man, I'm not sure, man. We do have some support from this upsloping channel. And we have been able to hold around this area since this large movement to the downside, right? So it might go lower. Yes, it might go lower. I agree. We talked about where we could go because right now being below 25 cents, it's the danger zone. So places that we can go to, right? I do have an area here marked. And it's this area, right? This is the area that we can be targeting if we were to drop from there. It's a large area because prior, right, way back, there is a lot of support and resistance around this area. I'm not going to go pinpoint it until we actually drop there. But it could be from like 20 cents all the way to like 13 cents, right? So again, that's the area that we could potentially target. On the 1 hour, stuff that is happening now. There we go. Look, again, this being like 0.0064 and this being like 0.68, right? Or 70, or like somewhere around here if you want. Yeah, here. You technically, and it's going to be seen better on the RSI, right? From here to here. Sorry, from here to here. There we go. You are going a little bit higher, and again, from here to here, you're going lower, definitely. So you could be making some sort of bullish divergence, right? XRP is a bull trap, maybe, man. Yeah, sell XRP, sell XRP. Yeah, dude, I'm not. Yeah, you know, I think it's a good price for XRP, to be honest. But I do see the technicals where it can go down, and what I'm worried about is not being able to sustain above that 25 cent. That's it right now, right? That's the only thing that why I would believe that this might be a sell. Anyways, we had this bearish divergence, price action to the downside. We did get it. From here to here, we did not develop any divergence, right? But Bitcoin developed it, and Bitcoin tanked. So, or didn't tank, it just dropped in price. So this, of course, also went down in price. Other than that, I mean, not much I can say, right? Like I said, this could potentially have been bullish divergence, play to the upside. We did get it. From here to here, we're actually higher in price, higher here. So again, we're not doing anything. We're just going with the market and Ripple. I don't have anything for Litecoin news because apparently they are lacking news lately, which is not very good, right? So again, on the daily, sitting below at 20 MA, volatility open on the bottom. Sorry, this is dominance, man. I don't do analysis on dominance. Yesterday, positive day, gaining 2.1%. Right now, positive day, slightly zero. Is it positive or negative? The amount shows negative, even though the bar looks positive, right? So it's 0.06%. Anyways, that's it. Sitting at 1.69 of market cap. See, 1.69%. What happened yesterday? Positive day, but man, basically it just went out flat, right? A lot of indecision happening. Opening going up a little bit, bears bringing us down. You know, bears trying to get us down a little bit more, but then bulls pushing us up. And right now, making a red candle, sitting at $55.85. I didn't say the price of Ripple, sitting at like 24 cents, so 24.8 cents. Litecoin is a sell. Yes, Litecoin is a sell, man. I don't believe, even though it has a lot of potential, right, on price, I'm not comfortable buying Litecoin right now. I'm actually not holding a Litecoin. So again, everyone's decision is up to them. Now, 34.02%, sir. Yeah, 34 on the RSI, sitting at 34. That negative momentum still decreasing, right? Anyways, volatility open on the Bollinger Bands, sitting below 20 MA, still within the downsloping channel. So again, this channel has held for a while, right? At least since July. And if I went farther back, maybe the 11th of July, we could say, right? So again, more micro scale, 4 hours. Contraction on the Bollinger Bands, that's good, right? Sitting above that 20 MA. No, actually below it right now. Making positive momentum, stuff I don't like, that definitely could happen, right? We go a little bit higher than this, and it technically could, right? Go a little bit higher, or same height, right, from here to here. You know, just anything that happens to be within this line. And this is definitely not going to get this high. So again, you're going to probably develop some bearish divergence and see price action to the downside. That's what I would believe, right? Sell all my Litecoin. I don't have Litecoin, bro. English buddy. I have something else, man. I have Ripple. I have a little bit of Bitcoin. I have some XLM. I have some, I'm trying to think what else. Some CRX. And, you know, some other stuff that I've gotten. And then a lot of the stuff I've been taking out of the market as the price have gone down. Anyways, like I said, not much going on here on the 4 hours, right? Even on the RSI, right? This is higher. So again, we're congruent with the market, and from here to here, we're more or less at the same height. So if this was to come up a little bit, touch this line, we might make some bearish divergence on the RSI, right? You'll buy more seller. I'll look at seller once we move. Once we finish doing the coins, right? English buddy, what kind of beer do you drink in the UK, man? Let me know in the chat because I do like English beer. Anyways, what else is happening with this on the 1 hour? On the 1 hour, we can see that indecision, right? I mean, where we're sitting at could be potentially an average of the previous days, right? Look at where the moving average is sitting at. It just looks more or less like a straight line. So again, indecision happening on Litecoin on the hours, right? Some volatility open on the Bollinger Bands. I do like this pump to the upside. It's not very strong, but it's no beer. Just okay, cool. Man, sucks, man. They do have some really good beer in England, bro. Higher than this previous high. So again, being congruent with the market. No bearish divergence. We're probably tanking from Bitcoin dropping, right? That's what I would attribute this to. And then from here to here, also lower. So again, high to low, high to low, high to low. So nothing there. Even in the shorter one, right? From here to here, going a little bit higher. That's fine. You know, nothing that would indicate anything right now. Just sideways movement. Look at the moving average. It's just sideways, right? You like crypto meth? What is crypto meth? Anyways, that's it for Litecoin, man. I'm not gonna get much deeper into this. Has done nothing in the past since the first, right, at 6. It's just moving sideways in the hour, man. Except for these pumps, right? But like I said, the moves got negated. It just looks like that in the daily, right? It's just this like cross. And you can see that indecision happening, right? Look, you go down, you reverse it. Then you open here, you go up, you reverse it. You go down a little bit more, then you reverse it to that same level. And right now, we're actually sitting at this bottom, at this bottom, at this height, at this height, at this height, almost at this bottom, right? So again, it's just sideways movement. Hey, David, how's it going, man? Thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate it. Like I said, it's just Litecoin is being very boring right now. No news, no analysis to do on it. It's just moving sideways. So again, let's go into Binance. I do only have one article for Binance, and then we'll see where we go from there. So Binance, will we actually get a crypto bank? This article suggests so. Yo, we have a chat room that's epic. Where? Anyways, Founders Bank in Malta has raised 10 million from leading investors, including Binance, Polychain Capital, and plans to open next year. We do have two banks that are in. We have two banks that are in. Where are they, man? Switzerland. They get approved, right? That you can actually make payments, and they do have a lot of things that you're gonna be able to do. This is gonna be like the third bank, but the first one in Malta for sure. Now, the bank co-founder, Paola Pandolfino, also received backing from Cardus Asset Management. Now, it's not known how much each investor contributed to the round, but Pandolfino confirmed the bank would be looking to raise additional 30 million in the future, right? Now, Pandolfino stated that crypto will take over the world, and we need full banking services. We want to be that pillar of banking for the ecosystem to support how it gets done. If anything, how we win off traditional banking and getting crypto to be that platform, right? Anyways, that's the article, man. That's the only thing I could find for these guys. Yeah, this chat room is epic, man. Yeah, thank you guys for being here, man. I appreciate it. I do appreciate a lot. I do appreciate, Benny, that you retweet this stuff. I do appreciate that Sith guy does retweet this stuff, and that Yoda guy as well. So again, let me go do Binance, and then we'll look at the rest of the coins, right? Whatever you guys want to look at, we'll look at. So Binance, what is happening with Binance on the daily? Well, yesterday making a slightly green day. Right now, trying to make a green day. It's actually looking red in the number up here. It says 0.03% negative. This one was 0.31% positive. Anyways, sitting at 1.15 of market cap. Again, look at this, man. When I look at the 1 hour, all I'm going to look at Binance is going to be... Oh, this is the dominance, sorry. Let's go to the price. It's going to be boredom. Look at this. It's more or less the same, right? We have been within this average for the past... since September 25th, man. Right? So, again... You should make like what is that called? Like bathroom, like prison punch or whatever it's called, man. Anyways, on that downtrend, still facing resistance from that midline. The second day that we face it, actually, and that doesn't really look very good for Binance, right? We can't break above it. We're probably gonna go down again. Making less negative momentum. If we get positive, I'm not sure how high we're gonna pop. Still below the 20 MA with volatility open on the Bollinger Bands. Like I said, about to get that cross of the MACD line over the signal line, and sitting at 28 on the RSI, which certainly puts us at oversold, man. So I'm myself in bed serving East time. Okay, 4 hours. Below that 20 MA, volatility is starting to contract a little bit on the Bollinger Bands, making negative momentum and sitting at 44.97 on the RSI. Okay, stuff that I can't see. I'm gonna zoom in and try to see if there's anything on the top. No, right, we're not making a higher high, developing that divergence yet. We did it back here. We said price action to the downside. We kind of got it. It was very weak. Nothing on the RSI as well, right? Let me see. High, lower, high again. That's congruent. And on the bottoms, right? Lower, higher, congruent again. So let's move on to the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, sitting below that 20 MA, surprise, we kind of got above it with the candle, but then the next candle reversed us. Same thing that happened with Bitcoin, right? We had that move to the upside, then down, right? This channel, yeah, thanks, man, I appreciate it. Actually going lower, like I said, not making that high on price. Again, lower levels of positive momentum. Right now, we are moving to the downside. I would expect, like with everyone else, for this to come somewhere around this level or lower, right? Maybe not too low because then it will negate it, but somewhere around this area. And then we'll probably make some negative momentum, right? We're starting to make that negative momentum bar, man. That price is not that far. So again, if you look at where we're at, last time we were at this price, which would be this bar, we were sitting down here. So right now at that price, we're actually making less negative momentum, right? So if we get here, we're probably going to get somewhere around this area. Create that divergence, right, from here to here. And then see some price action to the upside. Maybe retest this upper part of the channel, right? That's what I would expect to see with this, man. Good stream. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Anyway, sitting at 42 on the RSI, which puts us on that neutral zone. Again, anything is possible being here. Although we're heading towards that sold territory, doing that divergence will certainly, and sitting lower on the RSI, could potentially see us pop to the upside. Now, same thing. Look at where we're at, right? We're probably going to come somewhere around this area, man. Right? Even if the price drops lower than that, and we make any line parallel, we will still be making bullish divergence on the RSI and the MACD, so long as it's parallel. If it breaks that line and then we go to the downside as well, right? Either on the RSI or the MACD, anywhere on this area, then it would negate it. And then, you know, we'll just probably gonna keep on dropping with the market. That's where that would mean, right? But I would expect for us to create some bullish divergence for us to try to pop to the upside and retest that upper part of the channel, because we have been very weak lately. That is it for Binance. Benny, you were here first, so I'll do seller, and then I'll do XLM for you, David. And then if you guys have any other questions, I will definitely look at whatever coin you guys want. Just give me one second. Oh, man. There we go. I'm going to get rid of these doodles that I made before I move on to something else. Yeah. So, seller. What is happening with seller, man? Price on the daily. Let's go on the daily first. I'm not sure what happened today. I haven't looked at this coin. Again, indecision, right? Sitting at that mid part, right? Hitting those open tops of these previous candles. So again, we are just like moving sideways with everyone, right? You heard about seller? Yeah. Apparently, it's a good project. I'm not sure. Apparently, someone's looking into them. I think EA Sports, but that's also a rumor. So again, until I see an article that proves it, I'm not gonna talk too much about stuff I don't know, because this coin I don't know about. So, and I haven't gone looked at it. I haven't done any research on it. So again, I just do the analysis for it now. We're sitting low on the RSI at 34, putting us on that sold scale. So again, even though we could hit oversold without a problem, we do have more room to run to the upside, right? Making positive momentum. Not sure how strong that's gonna be, because if you can see that we're still going to the downside, right, on the price. I'm going to have to look at the Heck and Ashy candles real quick to see if we have a shift in trend, and we don't, man. We have that indecision, right? Like, we try to shift the trend, we stagnate it, we try to shift it again, and now we are actually doing a red candle, which could potentially bring us to the downside, right? You missed Bitcoin, so a recap would be very much appreciated. Yeah, David, we'll do a recap of Bitcoin, right? EA Sports could enter crypto with a seller takeover, yeah. Like I said, dude, that's a rumor. We would have to wait for that to actually develop. Right. Yeah. Anyways, what else is going on with seller? Let's go into the 4 hour. So I mean, yeah. Ooh, this you could potentially, right, from here to here. There we go. From here to here, anywhere there that you want, right, and then from here to here, you're making. That divergence in the bottom part, potential hidden bullish divergence developing. Price continuation does not necessarily mean price action to the upside, just price continuation. You could see small price action to the upside, or you can just keep on going with this trend that is going down right now. Sitting below at 20 MA with volatility contracting on the Bollinger Bands a little bit. And, you know, sitting at 44 on the RSI, which puts you in neutral zone. Let's go into the 1 hour. Ooh, I do like this one a little bit better, man. See, I'll tell you one in a second. Look, I'll make this line straight from here to here. Right? So you're looking at that same price bottom, right? Which would be the closing on this one. 0.00441, 0.04441, yeah, so 441 and 441, right? You can see it up here, the closing. Again, these closings being all the same and moving in a straight line, that gives us a chance to grab this. And I'm not sure if we drew this line yesterday. It's the one I just drew today, but I'll do this from here to here, right? You're making bullish divergence, right? It's a what would this one be? Like type 2 medium bullish divergence. And then here on the price, you would also be getting it, but this would be actually the same type, right? Like medium bullish divergence. Again, price action to the upside. This candle, I would like to see it more on a micro scale because it looks weird. Maybe we gapped up, right? We do have gaps, so again, it's a possibility, right? We gapped down, we gapped up. You know, if this candle would have been green with the height that it got to, right? With being at that height, it would certainly, it could have been, right? It's not, but it could have been like a morning star pattern, and it would have been a bullish reversal pattern, right? Again, usually comes from a downtrend. This was kind of like going up a little bit. Right now, doing nothing, sitting at zero, right? Just chilling at that price. Like I said, this coin probably does not get a lot of trading at low volumes, right? The volume is very low right now. So again, seller down since May. Yeah, I'm not sure, bro. Like I said, bro. If Bitcoin tanks, doesn't matter how strong your divergences are or anything, you're gonna tank with it, bro. Yeah, low volume does certainly give you that signal, right? That it's gonna burst, but low volume doesn't tell you if it's gonna burst to the upside or downside, right? I'm not gonna call it a 2 times gain because I'm not sure whether or not that's gonna play out. Because right now, the only signal I'm getting is this one, dude. That bullish divergence, right? And even though you pumped to the upside, it looked very weak because you undid that move, right? And right now, you're just sitting here chilling, doing nothing. So again, I'm not sure how strong this is going to be, man. Not necessarily looking the strongest, but, you know, just if you do what we're doing, you can probably see where it's going to go, right? You say 1 times gain. Maybe, man. Let's do Bitcoin real quick. Again, Bitcoin on the daily. Where are we at? Well, within the equidistant channel, right? 0, 25, 50%, 75%, 100%. We are within that 50 to 75% line. We are kind of being supported by that 50% line right now, and that's fine. In a more micro scale, sorry, in the other chart, right? This 50% channel going down, that 50% line being that also 50% line of the other channel. We are sitting at that midline, right? Using it as support. Stuff that we looked at, right? We are making less negative momentum, being oversold on the daily at 28. On the 4 hour, we are on the 4 hour making sitting below at 20 MA as well, with a little bit of contraction going on the Bollinger Bands, making negative momentum, right? But it looks like it's very weak, right? And these lows being the same height, you know, and you're going a little bit lower, you're technically not making bearish divergence yet, right? But that's what we're waiting for it to develop. Bearish divergence that could potentially pump this to the upside, right? You think Stellar was the most popular coin on this channel? No, we do like all the other coins, man. We can keep on looking at Stellar again, man. We can go back to it, you know. But David did ask for us to look at Bitcoin, and we're going to look at Bitcoin real quick, and then we'll go back to Stellar, man. Doesn't matter. We do have a lot of stream, you know. We'll end up whenever either no more requests come in or you know, we decided that it's time to finish it. But we can look at Stellar again, right? Just let me finish Bitcoin real quick. So, yeah, let me go into the 1 hour, right? 1 hour. So, again, you're not making that divergence yet, right? Yeah, dude, this past hour candle, man. Right? Yeah, this past hour candle, right? Like I said, potentially could come down here, touch these, use it as support. We did it already today, right? With this new candle that developed. Like I said, we probably can keep on bouncing like this, making divergence. But man, so long as we are lower than here, right, than where that up bar is, because it will be congruent with this bottom, right? So again, this closing here makes it a bullish divergence, right? However, we can still go down a little bit more, develop it a little bit more solid, right, with a lower close and potential price action to the upside. Again, you would also be getting on the RSI, on your histogram, against the price, right? And this is very slight right now. And this, I would have liked it more if it was here, right, within that line. It would certainly be stronger bump to the upside, right? Yay, Soka, how's it going, man? Thank you for being here. Yeah, you missed a lot of the stuff, man. You bought seller at 0.006. That was after you sold at 0.009. Yeah, but right now you would be losing because it's sitting at 0.004, man. So again, that would be Bitcoin. Let's go into seller again because you guys certainly want to look at it. So I'll go into seller, and then after seller, we'll look at something else, right? Sorry, after seller, we look at XLM and then something else, right? Seller is gaming apps. Well, Ripple is probably also getting into gaming, right? We covered that yesterday, so watch out for that. So now let's see this. What is going on? Like I said, right? Potentially, you had this bullish divergence. This is all the same level. That would be medium bullish divergence, type 2, class B. Going lower in that price. Man, snap, man. My throat's killing me. Every time like I breathe, I have like something gets really raspy in my throat, man. That's not good. Seller takeover waiting to happen. Yeah, maybe, man. Look, like I said, it's not moving right now. This is like dead. I'm not sure if it's because of the time, volume, right? It's not doing anything right now. But volume being low, certainly brings opportunity, right? I'm not sure if it's gonna pump to the upside. Right now, you kind of rejected that 20 MA, right? You'll have to go and test it again, which you haven't done, and then see where it takes you from there. Again, making that divergence right now, right? Doing less negative momentum. I would have expected this price action to the upside to be a little bit stronger, but we're not. So again, but bots don't trade seller either, man, because it's not moving right now. Look, man, we've had like 10 minutes going on and this hasn't moved. I'm gonna have to go look at a more micro scale, 30 minutes. Look, man, in the last hour, right, the 30 minutes, the last two 30-minute candles has done nothing, man. It's just been 0-0, right? I'll go look at like 15 minutes, man. Either that or the information is delayed. Oh, here we kind of moved a little bit, right? We kind of undid this high again. But again, we have a lot of 15-minute candles where this coin doesn't move. So again, you don't want to get caught in coins that don't have volume. East Asia, okay. Well, the market in East Asia is like live right now, so they should be trading it, right? Market for seller slow. Okay, so the thing that I've told you guys is this, right? You don't want to trade a coin that doesn't have much volume because you're gonna get stuck in positions that you can't get out of, right? Price might start to go down. You want to leave your position, and if there's no volume being traded, you're gonna get stuck, and you're gonna have to ride it all the way down. You want to trade coins that have volume, unless you know for sure that this is gonna go up. You can buy it, but then you also have to kind of know that you're gonna be able to sell it at the high, because if it goes up and no one's buying, what's the point of holding it, right? You're not gonna be able to get out of that position. So, maybe, man. I'm not sure. Like I said, dude, I will definitely have to do some research into this coin. I haven't done it yet, but I'll have to do it and then look at it and see where it can go. Like I said, on the daily, it's just looking very weak. On the daily, it just looks like we're moving sideways, right? Like I said, this where price is at right now is the top part of this candle, top part of this candle, top part of this candle, and certainly mid part of this candle, right? So again, if you want to do this, where's the arc? Yeah, here it is. Double curve, right? Right, this is what this is doing, man. Right, it's just on the middle, man. You're not doing anything. Sellers sleeping giant monster gain soon. Maybe, man. Maybe not. I'm not sure, man. Like I said, on this coin, I'm a little bit. I'm I will have to do more research, man, for sure. I would not go bullish on this. I have to look at a much larger pattern, man, but I wouldn't make, if we don't go above that 20 MA, I wouldn't take a bullish position on this. Maybe, man. But again, like I said, until you get above this, I would not go bullish, man. So 50 cents, or 0.005, sorry. After that is fair game, and you can run up a little bit more. That's when I would take a position on this. Right now, I would just chill. David, I know you like XLM. I'll do XLM real quick. Where's my XLM? Here it is. This chart. This is the good chart. What is going on with XLM? Well, same thing that the other coins are doing, right? You're just kind of sitting at that average. This a little bit higher, though. Facing resistance of that 236, which would put you at 0.059 cents. Again, touching it, rejecting it right now. Yesterday, you kind of went above it, right? 2 days ago. Broke below it again yesterday. Now you're retesting it. You are finding some sort of support, right, at that 0.57 cents. It has held for a while. This one I drew it. I did not pinpoint it, but certainly if we go here, you can see that we bounced off it a couple times. Anyways, making a new bar of negative momentum, not necessarily the best thing, right? But again, technically you would have to go lower than this low for us to be able to call it bullish divergence, right? And I'm not sure how strong it's going to go. Or, well, actually this low, right? Because this is the highest part on that chart. So from here going lower. And then you are technically, right? Technically lower than this, right? You are at that same bottom. So again, even if this was a straight line, you would be making medium bullish divergence. Potential price action to the upside. However, it's daily. I'm not sure how quickly it's going to play out. Seller hijacked the channel. Yeah, for a little bit, man. We'll go back to it afterwards. So again, I would hope for this to pump to the upside, right? Let's go into the 4 hours, man. On the 4 hours, you can see it a little bit better, right? If we go into the 4 hours, this would be the bottom, right? And you are making less. This will be 0.017652, 13, and then 137. So yeah, this is lower, right? But you're not really lower. You are higher on this scale, right? This this closing is high. It's lower than this. So again, you would have to at least come to this line. Maybe we retraced a little bit, right, from when I zoomed in. Good night, John. Again, thank you for subscribing, bro. I appreciate it. So, again, facing that rejection of that 20 MA. Actually, not touching it yet, but it looks like we might make some rejection around that area. So, again, wait for it to break above that 20 MA before you actually make a call, or at least confirm that we have that bullish divergence, right? You can come lower than that line and make bullish divergence so long as this stays above this line, right? Or below this line. So, again, below this line... and lower price would make bullish divergence, and touching that line and going here or anything lower than this line would make bullish divergence as well. I don't want to do that. Anyways, yeah, that's it for this on the 4 hours. So let's go into the 1 hour with XLM. You can see that this is much lower, man. So again, in the 1 hour, from here to there, you know, because you don't have any positive momentum here. So again, you would definitely be going from here to here, right? But you want to get to this low over here. It's a little bit farther off. It might happen in the next couple of hours. Look at the Heikin Ashy candles, right? You are still making a negative trend, right? The trends have been negative more or less since yesterday. So again, just keep that one in mind. You might still go touch that, make that divergence, and then potentially pump to the upside, right? Let me go into the regular candles. Right, more immediately, right? Like more short term. Yeah, it's a boring day of trading, man. The last couple of days have been quite boring, but you know, we're still here because we're trying to figure out when this is gonna break again. So again, this is lower than this, right? So again, if you wanted to make more immediate divergence, right, you would have to go from here to here, right? So anything lower than this and lower price action would certainly generate you that divergence. So anything lower than this, right? Again, you can come touch this, and then you'll probably be lower than that, and you will make that divergence as well, right? So, yeah. And on the RSI, more or less the same, right? You might come and make that same level. So again, you might not be making a bullish divergence on the RSI, but that's it for the coins, man. Like I said, it's been a more or less dead day, except for Bitcoin that saw movements, and we called them out. So again, yesterday we were talking about Bitcoin. We said it was looking weak. We're probably gonna break to the downside. We're probably going to come and touch that mid part of the channel. I do have it on yesterday's video. Hey, Crypto Trader, thank you again. See you tomorrow, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching from London. Again, or England, sorry. Yeah, so again, we were talking about this yesterday. We said we were looking weak. We're not touching even that resistance again, right? And we said we're probably going to break down, touch that mid part of the channel, kind of bounce along it, make some divergence. So again, we are doing this. Like I said, I went on Discord, man. I put it up there, right? Bullish divergence developing, price action to the upside. Watch out. Soon after, right? Next candle, boom. Consolidation, boom, run again. Then we kind of dump. We're dumping because, well, from here to here, you are not making anything that's outside of the ordinary, right? At this same height, low to high again, you're going more or less with the market. So again, I do want Bitcoin to up because it's going to bring everyone else up with it. However, you want to make these divergence, man. Right now, from here to here, like I said, you are making it, right? It's slightly going down, and this is certainly much lower. And also on the RSI, so you have made it, right? But I would have much rather like it if it's a little bit more clear, and then you have it somewhere around this area. It would certainly look like stronger, right? Sorry, I turned off the music and I forgot to put it back on, man. I keep on forgetting to do that, man. On the daily, let's go look at the daily and see how the volume is looking like for this. It's actually decreasing, bro. Look at this, right? You can almost draw a straight line from here to here, right? Oh, man, it's not letting me tag it there. There we go. Somewhere like that, right? So again, you are going down with that volume. So again, it's decreasing, not really up for Bitcoin. So volume does have to come into the market. Could potentially play that volatility is open, have more volume, and then like burst through the upside or downside, like I said. Look, right now we are still making a red day, even though this candle just started 2 hours ago, right? And we're touching that mid part of the channel. We should bounce off it and try to retest for 8,400, and if we break to the upside, it will be good. But right now, it doesn't look like we're gonna do that, right? So. Oh, volume MA. All right, cool. Look, another stuff that I like to look at, but I just don't do it that much, especially not on this channel, is like moving averages, right? Like different moving averages. I have the free version of this, and if I wanted to look at more stuff, I would have to remove other stuff that for me brings more value, and I just don't want to be adding and removing stuff. But I would certainly remove maybe the MACD and the RSI, and then I would put ribbons, right? Like put the 20, the 50, or the 40, or the 30, the 100 and the 200 MA, right? Just simple moving averages and exponential moving averages, right? Both. And then look at where we are at to find like areas of like, you do sometimes find resistance and supports around those. So again, yeah, man, like I said, dude, right now it's being a little bit bearish. If you would have looked at the Discord, you probably could have made a small buy, right? What we call this when it was developing, bro? This one, we called it out in the morning, dude. 9 a.m., dude. It was here, right? Like, we hadn't even made a green candle yet. It was like 9:53. This had not closed yet. This is a 10 a.m. candle. So again, next opening, right? But you were in the Discord. You could have gotten that signal, right? You could have bought here, then run it up, right? And then you could have sold up here, man. Like somewhere around here, right? So 8,000, even here, man, you could have sold. Right? This would be 8,249, and this would have been like 8,100, and what is this opening at? 8,112. So you could have made $100, dude, on each. Yeah. Yeah, you need to get that Discord on your phone, man. Again, yeah, but I do like that yesterday we called this out. You know, we said, dude, you're gonna dump. Not hard, but you're gonna go down, right? And we did get this down movement all throughout the night, man. We're here, man, from here to here, right? We said it's looking very weak, man. We're not touching it. We're not doing anything. We are just probably gonna break down. This is yesterday night, dude. I do have it. It's like an hour and 18 minutes from yesterday's video or something like that. So an hour and some odd. I called it out, and I watched it yesterday because I was sure I called it out, and I called us touching this bottom, this channel, right? So again, Discord, yeah, it's this, dude. It's like a forum, but it's like real time and it's open, and you don't do threads. You can do channels, but you know, I do post here stuff as well. You know, like news articles, trades, stuff that can develop, right? And usually what I put here ends up happening. So if you're not here, you should definitely consider getting on the Discord. I don't post there all the time. I just post there every now and then. Can you speak to people? Yeah, but you gotta join the server. Like, it's like a chat server, right? Anyways, but yeah, you can talk to people. Just whoever happens to be online at that time. Like right now, I'm the only one online. Everyone else is offline. But if people are online, you can talk to them. Yeah, it's kind of like a live chat. Yeah. No, you don't stream in there, man. You just talk. So, sorry, man. Anyways, yeah, what else do you guys want to look at? We can look at something else. Look, I'll show you ribbons real quick. I'll actually get rid of this while we wait for like a coin to come through from you guys. I'll put like the quadruple ribbons. Quadruple simple moving average. There we go. This would be ribbons, right? And guess what? We kind of got like a death cross, I guess. That's what we probably tanked. But they look very, very weird. I would have to go and edit these ribbons, man. They're very, very strong ribbons. So I'll go here, 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 and yeah. There we go. Looks a little bit better, right? That's cool, bro. Anyways, kind of gonna drop to the downside again. That's fine. We're about to get another cross, so we might drop again to the downside. Watch out. Anyways, this does bring like different moving averages, right? And this one, it is considering. I'll have to go look because I'm not sure which one this one has set up. There's a couple ribbons, right? The 21, the 55, the 100, and 200. I don't like this one because it does not let me change it. So I'm gonna get rid of this one. I'm gonna look at another quadruple ribbons. There's some other ones that are better looking ribbons, right? And they let me play with how much I want to have there. So I hope it's not this one, the one that I opened before, because I'm gonna get really. Yeah, I think it's the same one, man. earlier today, I was looking at the where I should put the ribbon in favorites because. There we go. Quadruple SMA, EMA. Here we go. This one's good. This one will have more ribbons, right? It has 8. It has the ones for just exponential and simple, and you can have your defaults. So here I would put 20 MA. 50 is fine, 100 is fine, and 200 is fine, right? So again, you would have those, and the style is fine for right now. I'll leave them as they are. Since I haven't color coded them or used them recently, I'm not be sure which one's which. But you can certainly look at the ribbons, right? The only thing I don't like about this one is that it does not let me remove. Oh, it does. So I can look. I'm gonna get rid of the exponentials right now and just look at the simples, right? And this looks a little bit better. Yeah, we get that cross that we had in the previous one, right? Coming down, etc. This is definitely looking a little bit better. I don't like the colors per se, but certainly a little bit better. And ribbons are usually giving you zones of support and retraces, right? No, I don't have any Canna stocks, dude. They were like, going up in price, and then they just kind of like are not doing that well, I think. Do you have any cannabis stocks, David? If you want, we can look at one. Just give me the ticker. What did I had open? Bollinger Bands. And I hated that every time I close it, I have to go and reset the line, weight, and color because, for some reason it does not keep up with it. So again, there we go. Make it nice and easy to see. Do you have any, David? Let me know. Look, man, I'm not even sure which one of these is good or bad. We'll look at this one, man. Let's see how it's doing. Yeah, see? After the hype of the cannabis stocks, right? $4, bro. Imagine buying at 8 when it came out. You wrote it up to 10. Yeah, you made $2, and then half of your money's worth, man. Dang, that's nasty. Anyways, let's look at another one. Canopy Growth, CGC. Okay, on the New York Stock Exchange, man. It's a little bit up, but see, same thing, bro. I'm not sure what price level you got in at. But you are at all-time lows, right? If this is the beginning of the stock, right, on May 2018. Sorry, this is the 1 hour, man. That's why it looks so nasty. And it wasn't giving me data from farther back. Now, this makes more sense. Anyways, April 14th, okay? So you were low. You're not at all-time lows, but certainly you are lower than previously, right? I'm not sure what price range you got in, so... So immediately you're hitting this zone that you could potentially consider it sort of support and resistance area, right? So I'll just highlight it in white because that's where you're at the price. And, you kind of had some candles around that area. So again, you could potentially find some resistance here. I'll do an analysis for it, though. Don't worry. Sitting below 20 MA with volatility slightly open on the Bollinger Bands, starting to make less negative momentum, and sitting sold but heading towards that neutral ground. Are you doing something here? Well, you're going lower, definitely, right? And you're making less negative momentum. So again, some bullish divergence developing on this. Could see some potential price action to the upside. You are getting it. I'm not sure how strong this is going to be. It depends on whether or not you can break above that 20 MA. Right, man? This stock hit like $58 at some point in time. Right now, sitting at 23. So, you got in a month ago. So, where would that be? Like August, September, maybe somewhere around this area. You are lower than that. So again, you are making some bullish divergence, right, on the daily. Again, in this type of stocks, you do want to look at more larger patterns, right? Especially when they have a lot of historical data, unless you want to swing trade. right now I want to look at the Heikin Ashi candle so I can look at the trend, and you are still in a downtrend, right? In a negative trend. In the monthly, you are sitting at 43 on the RSI, still in that neutral zone, but not yet recovering. There's no more data back in the histogram that we could look at to see where we're gonna go. But again, you are making lower lows. Let me change the candles because this one looked weird on the RSI. Anyway, there we go. You're making lower lows, but still making more negative momentum again. So okay. Well, that bullish divergence on the daily could potentially play out to price action to the upside, though. You just have to be patient, right? Movements could be a little bit slower, right? Like I said, right now it's still going up, so market's just closed. So this might be some after-hour trading, or have to wait until tomorrow for this to open and maybe keep on running. In the 4 hours, man, right? Again, in the 4 hours, you also have that divergence, right? From here to here, you're definitely going lower. And from here to here, you're actually also going lower, right? That technical analysis applies to everything else, right? Stocks, whatever. You don't have it on the RSI. On the RSI, you're actually going lower. So again, you're just developing it on the MACD histogram. Not even the MACD line. You're about to get a cross of the MACD over the signal line. Sometimes they come accompanied by nice movements to the upside or downside, right? So again, you might get a nice green candle coming up, potentially, right? And then the more micro, you can see that you were going lower, right? Like from here to here, and then from here to here, right? Like double, twice. Like I'll do two, so it's easier for you to see. From here to here and from here to here, and then in here, even within the same islands, right? You are going lower. So from here to here, right? Slightly lower. And then from here to here again, slightly lower. So you are developing signals that would tell you, man, this would potentially go to the upside, right? If you weren't looking for those, then you probably missed them. But, this could have been potentially a good area to get in, right? Like $21. $20, somewhere around that area, $21. And then run it to the upside, right? At least you would have made at least $3 by now. $2, sorry. $2 and change. So again, this could potentially still go up. This, like I said, it closed at like 230. So again, that's it. Market's closed, so you have to wait for the day to open. Again, you can have some gappage like this. Maybe to the upside. I'm not sure yet if this is still going to go up. You wouldn't have anything that says otherwise, right? The only thing from here to here, is that you have some hidden bearish divergence, right? Which means price continuation. Is it price continuation from this downtrend that you're in? It could be, right? So again, you could be within this downtrend. I'm not gonna trace a straight trend because I'm not sure if this is the height, but you could be continuing here, or you can continue to the upside, right? I'm not sure where this is gonna go right now, bro, for sure. What I do know is that you develop that divergence, right? Here, this divergence kind of mellowed it out, right? Right now, you're pumping to the upside, so. And I'm not sure if this has finished developing yet. I mean, you could certainly keep on running and, undo that hidden bearish divergence. I'm not sure, like I said, I'm not sure what this is going to do tomorrow, right? But this all happened in, when was this, today? 27th. No, this is way back. I'm looking at the 1 hour, and for some reason I get a lot of gappage in time. Oh, because of the weekend, man. Yeah. This is probably the weekend happening here, right? Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's it for this, man. If you're getting that bullish divergence play out right now, right, in different time scales, you had it on the daily, on the hour, and in the 4 hour, right? Constellation. Yeah, probably, man. Well, I'm not sure which one they are, man. I think it's this one. They don't own Modelo. They are owned by Modelo, I think, and they're actually working with them. They're manufacturing beer for Modelo. I know that for sure. So they're like working with Modelo. I don't think they own Modelo. Modelo is owned by Anheuser InBev. Yeah, Anheuser Busch InBev. Yeah. So again, is it InBev? Yeah, because then Tecate is owned by Heineken. So yeah, has to be AB InBev, right? It's still boom when it's legalized. Yeah, definitely it'll boom a little bit more, right? Let me look at something here. Yeah. Man, Benny went quiet, man. Maybe he's checking the Discord. Yeah, see, he's on Discord, man. Yay. Let's say hi. Anyways, let me see what is going on with this. Man, this stock is also going down, right? Am I looking at the daily? Yes. Okay, daily. Dude, same thing, right? Maybe the whole market is feeling this, right? Because look, you're going lower, right? There's a second stock that we look at that looks the same, making that making that bullish divergence, right, on different scales. Sorry, right now on the daily, you're doing it with the histogram, you're doing it with the RSI. You're about to get a cross of the MACD signal line. All right, MACD over the signal line, which might see you pump a little bit more to the upside. However, you're probably going to come and retest that 20 MA line and see where it goes from there, right? Let's go into 4 hours. In the 4 hours, right, in the more immediate, right, you're doing that same thing that that other stock was doing, right? You're going lower, and you're going lower as well. You don't have it on the RSI, but you do have it on the histogram. Again, second one, right? You met last year to follow pump and dump groups. Oh, okay, cool. On Discord. Yeah, interesting. Anyways, what is going on here right now? Look, it just looks like... Oh, I'm looking at Canopy Growth, bro. I thought I was looking at Constellation. Constellation's down here. It wasn't open. That was dumb on my part, man. Let me look at the daily, man. I was like, man, this looks similar to the other one, man. There's probably something going on with the market. Anyways, let's see this, man. Snap, dude. Bad day today for this, right? Some gappage, a large candle going down. Similar to 20 MA. Not making it lower than this low for sure, right? So I'm not going to call that divergence yet. Again, if you wanted to, this potential, right? You can only have it on the RSI. This is 34.61 and you're sitting at 34.63. It's close. It's just 0.02, right? So this is a straight line. That's it. You'll be making like weak bullish divergence that could be a reversal, right? But it's weak, so you might still go down on on this. Right? You don't have it on the RSI. You just have it. Sorry, you don't have it on the MACD histogram, just on the RSI. Hey, Willem James, how's it going, bro? Thank you for being here, man. We finished the crypto part. Now we're taking requests, and apparently stocks came up. We just looked at Canopy. Now we're looking at Constellation, and then we'll see if you have a request. For a coin, we'll take it from there, right? Why did you dump, right? Potentially, where is this at? 1.12, 1.07. Yeah, it's a little bit higher. You didn't take a dump from here on the daily. So again, let's go look at more micro scale. 4 hours. Seeing it oversold, man. Damn. Again, it would be more or less similar, right? A little bit higher, though. And this point would be maybe this point here. So again, you would be making like hidden bullish divergence in this case. And you wouldn't have anything on the RSI, right? Sorry, on the MACD line. So again, this dump, you would need to make some sort of pattern, right? After this movement to the downside, so you can call something else. Let's look at the 1 hour. Oh, ambulance going by. Yay. 5050. You know, run. You are going higher, right? You are making less negative momentum. That's fine. You're congruent with the market right now. Yeah. Here in this case, you would be making that hidden bullish divergence right from here to here. But that's too much data already, so I'm not too comfortable with this one playing out. One second. What's happening with the music? Next track. I'm not sure about this one. Yeah. You're watching football? Awesome, man. Who was playing, man? Who was playing tonight? Anyways, dude, I'm not too sure on this one, man. I'll have to look at more micro scale because too micro, unless look too micro on the stocks only if you're gonna do like day trading, right? This is the weekly. Overall, it's in a bull trend, right? You kind of took a dip, and then you're kind of going up again. But if you fib this, I'll take it from this low, right? I'll call this the local low. Take it that high. You kind of retrace to at 236. Touch that 382. If I fine tune this right, you probably hit it spot on. That 382 retrace right at 150, and then you bounce off it. You are still sitting above that 236, right? So again, what I would do next is probably come in closer then now that we know that we're retracing, and go from this high to this low and see where we went. We kind of did almost a deep retrace through that seven. What is this, man? I can't see very well. That 786, yeah. And here we might get a better view of the numbers. I can't see the prices, man. That's what I'm looking for. 217, right? Right now you're kind of retracing from that again. You're seeing at like the 50% retrace, right? And yeah, that'll be it for this one. Hawks Rams. Who's winning or who won? I'm not sure if it's over yet. I don't want to sound like I don't like any of those two teams, bro. So again, I would follow the Colts. Sorry about that, man. I hope you don't mind it, but I am a Colts fan. Anyways, you could sort of say that you're kind of in an uptrend, right? So from here to here. There we go. Right, with some respect for that midline, which looks pretty good. Right now, you would be in an uptrend. However, just broken down off that 20 MA on the weekly. And then on the daily, you can see it a little bit better, right? A lot of resistance on that midline. Again, this channel potentially being valid. Starting to look a little bit weak with this gapage to the downside. However, you might bounce off it, right, David? I mean, we did say we have that divergence developing, right? From that low to that high. Right? So you might see some price action to the upside. No, I said we were developing it on this one, right? But we did have it here on the RSI. So again, that hidden bullish divergence on the RSI. Yeah. Anyways, what do you want to look at, William James? We'll look at whatever, man. Just call a coin and we'll check it out. What? We made up 2 subscribers tonight during the stream, man. That's awesome. So we're seeing 113, man. I do like this, man. That's amazing. Thank you guys for making this happen, man. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we did XRP. We can do it again. No problem. XRP is not looking very strong right now. That's what we said. Daily, right? Something I didn't do on XRP, and it looks like we're doing it again, right? Something like this. Kind of had it here, broke to the upside. Said we're kind of doing it again. Potentially move to the upside again, man. Potential, right? Depends on if Bitcoin wants to do that, right? Yeah, we're watching Bitcoin. We're doing that. We'll go back to Bitcoin in a second, though. Anyways, Ripple, not looking very strong, we said. Sitting below that 25-cent mark. We said that is a vital support zone. Breaking below it is not the best signal. However, we're still in this uptrend still. Momentum decreasing. Negative momentum decreasing. And sitting more or less neutral on that RSI at 44, right? Sorry, guys. My throat's starting to get a little bit raspy, so. And every time I talk, I feel like I have to drink more water to keep it hydrated, so. Short term, what's going on? We are rejecting that 20 MA, right? Going lower in price, going lower in negative momentum, and going lower on the RSI. So again, we're not making anything bullish that would indicate price action to the upside. We are not doing anything bearish on the top part because we have not yet developed positive momentum or a higher high that would be making a lower, lower positive momentum, right? So again, just following the market right now with Ripple in the 1 hour. Snap, man. Oh man, in the 1 hour, right? Low, higher low, positive momentum again, nothing there. Stuff that could or that is developing right now. It's not, if you wanted to, and it's not developing, right? Because this is lower than this, is higher, right? And you're going higher in momentum, so that's fine, dude. And I think a couple minutes ago we were more or less even, and we said we could develop some kind of like bearish divergence, but we're negating it with this nice candle, right? And we're talking about running up and making a lower low, right? Do I think XRP will take off long term 2 years? Yeah, probably, man. They just signed up with BitPay, right? We covered that yesterday, and Coil's starting to use them as well. So, and then they kind of got rid of all the products that they have, and now they're just selling RippleNet. So again, yes, potentially could go up a lot. They are getting adoption, and they have real case use, right? So again, those are factors that determine whether or not a coin will go up in price. So going higher definitely could see something play out. So adoption will see something play out for sure, right? Yeah, that's it for Ripple, man. I'm more interested in Bitcoin right now because Bitcoin, whatever Bitcoin does, the market will follow, right? It's starting to go up a little bit more. Like I said, we developed it, right? So I mean, I was just looking for something a little bit lower that would be better, right? But here to here, we called it out earlier today, right? Look, we called it out earlier. Yesterday, we said we were looking weak. We might go down. We did go down to that mid part of the channel, like we called it. We kind of developed. No, kind of. We actually developed this bullish divergence price action to the upside. We did get it. We posted it on Discord again for you guys to follow. It was here, right? So we were going here at 9 a.m. So we're calling it out before this green started to develop, right? Even this green. So we were at this red still. So again, anyways, started to go up, right? And then we kind of saw it move into downside. Still yet determining why we saw this movement to downside. We were doing good. We were going up nicely. Unsure yet why we went to downside. Maybe one of the moving averages. We hit one of the moving averages, right? Or we had like a death cross, right? When we look at the ribbons, we saw that death cross, right? Might dip a little more if Bitcoin dumps. Yes, exactly. So again, so right now from here to here, and this was when we started the stream, 9 p.m. We said we are potentially making, right, this divergence, this bullish divergence, price action to the upside. Next candle still came a little bit lower, right? And I'm not going with wicks because if I went with wicks, then this wick is lower than that, and that wouldn't happen. It would be negating it. That's why I'm going with bodies, right? Again, body-wise, these two are at the same level. Doesn't matter if you anchor it here or here. You are making that divergence, right? And but I would put it here because it would be congruent with the RSI. Even if you go here, it would still be congruent. But I like it a little bit better here and here as well because that's the last bar of negative momentum that we made. Confirmed. Therefore, I would use this bottom, right? That's why I'm using this. So price action to the upside. I was expecting this candle to be lower. I did say we were probably going to retest this and probably bounce off this for a while, right? I made that joke yesterday. I said, like, guys, we're probably going to come here, bounce off this, and then, like, bounce off. If we drop, we're going to bounce off this and then probably dump a lot more, right? Anyways, yeah. Right now, this divergence should see us to higher prices, right? We're struggling right now. That's why I believe we might, like here, we also start struggling. We had that divergence. So it's not an indicator that we'll stop. However, Heikin SG candle still put us on that negative trend, right? We have not made a candle green. That would indicate that that trend is going to reverse. So again, that's why it's good to look at different indicators, especially when we're not sure whether or not we have made it, right? So again, this already developed, right? Divergence. We could still go lower, and this could still come lower still, like here, whatever, you know, so long as we're below this straight line, right? So any point of contact we have here would make that divergence. Again, we can still go lower here, and that's fine. We're creating bullish divergence, and then we can pump to the upside with a lot more strength. But right now, this is playing a little bit weak, right? Yeah, it's good to add to your position when this goes down, right? And you can average down and keep on purchasing as it's dropping, so that whatever small pump you have, either sends you break even and then you can go up, or you can look for the bottom, right? And we talked about bottoms on the daily. We've talked about bottoms, right? We said you can keep on going down to that. Where is that 618? Here it is, the 618, right? I'm gonna bring this a little bit in, a little bit more. There we go. Still too far for me to look at. Yeah, but that's because I'm in the 4 hours. Duh. That's daily. There we go. Anyways, we can keep on dumping, right? Drop below 8,028. Right now, we kind of touched it and bounced off it, right? Almost twice. Again, if we break this, we could certainly expect for us to come to that 7,200 area. Maybe touch somewhere around here, somewhere around here, maybe in a couple days, right? Keep on dumping, or ride this down sloping channel again and then break to the upside. But still, we have this measure move that we have to hit from breaking from the triangle, right? So if we break there, then yeah, we hit that 50% of that measure move, or hit that full measure move, and then we can talk about retraces, right? But I do expect us at least to maybe touch that 618. That would be the best thing to do before we actually run to the upside, because we are also facing rejection right here at the 236, right, at like 8,493, which is also congruent with the 50%, right? 8,502, 8,503 or something. So again, 8,493. So more or less in sync, right? Again, hopefully pumps to 820k. Yeah, I guess everyone wants for this to pump to 20k, but like I said, it's not looking like the best right now. It looks weak. Why does it look weak? Well, because we are failing to stay to break above that 8,400. We're using that mid part of the channel as support, which is good. But again, if this divergence was to play out, we will potentially run and try to touch this again. On the daily, I mean, from here to here and from here to here, don't call those divergence, right? That's not divergence. We're actually going lower, bringing less momentum. That's fine. You could say that is sort of divergence, but it's more on the 4 hours, right? Here, you're more, your other low that you should consider would be one of these, right? So again, you have to close at this level, right? At 8,045, the candle, for you to be able to say, okay, well, this is the same low as this low, right? It's a straight line. And then we'll be making maybe sitting here on the MACD, or on 93 or whatever this area is. And then we could say, yeah, you're making that bullish divergence, right? That's it. One more time to 6,500 and pump to 15k. Yeah, like I said, we can dump. And that is certainly within the targets, right? That would be more or less the mid part of this, right? Like 6,500, right? From here to here. Maybe here. 6,750, right? Somewhere on that area, I do believe we can go there. However, it is better if we go down there within this falling wedge, right? If we go within the falling wedge, we'll hit that 618, 7,200 area, and we might actually see a bounce from there, right? And that bounce could potentially see us break this down falling wedge bullish enough to that we can make a measure move from high to low. Again, it will be the same measure. We will just put it to the upside wherever we break, and that will be our target, like $13,000 or somewhere around that area, right? That's it. I'm out of water. Anyways, that's it for Bitcoin. We did the coins. If you guys want to look at something else, do let me know. Other than that, I'm going to try to not talk too much because my throat is starting to feel really weird right now. And probably a sign that I should get offline. The weekend is coming, so I'm not sure if we're going to see something special happening on the week. We might see some price action to the downside, you know. We do know that CME tends to drop when the weekend comes, so and a lot of people also take their money out of the exchanges, right? They want to be people want to be resting on the weekend sometimes, and a lot of people do, or some people take their money off crypto, leave it in fiat, and then go back in on Monday, right? So, but I do believe it might be a slow weekend. I'll be here tomorrow for sure, so we can keep on chatting and discussing, right? Yeah, that's it for today, guys. Again, if you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you're notified when we go live. And yeah, enjoy the stream and enjoy the rest of your night. That's it for tonight. Thank you for watching again. Peace out, guys.